Chelsea Football Club, they are again surprising us with a move of Garnacho. Garnacho agent was spotted at Stamford Bridge. What's happening? What's going on? We're going to talk about that. Vlahovic is on the list again on top of the Chelsea. At least this time, I have the news to share with you. Something which gonna make us happy. Jackson is misfiring. So we're gonna talk about that too. Enzo Fernandez, he's injured, but he might be back at the on the game against Manchester City. So let's hold on and pray that he becomes fit on that game. Romeo Lavia, he's injured too. Again, he's gonna miss against Manchester City game. But there's more to that. There's more to his injury. We're gonna talk about that. Let's look into details. What's going on with him? After 2 3 minutes, he gets injured. Maresca once again defends Robert Sanchez. It is what it is. That's his manager. That's what he's always talking about when he faced the press conference, the press briefing. So, guys, before we go into details, guys, I want you to like and subscribe. That's how I pay my bills. If you help me with one like, with one subscribe, I'll be very happy. We are just like 150 few people from reaching 15,000, 1,500. I want you guys to help me subscribe and like to grow the base. Let's get back into it. Garnacho agent was at Stamfordbridge. What was he doing there? We know there's no smoke without fire. The rumors are always coming up and they end up to be true. If his agent was at Stamfordbridge, which means was there to maybe to push for a move, because the other thing is that Garnacho might also go to Napoli, because Napoli, their first bid of 40 million was rejected, and it seems like Garnacho is also trying like to push for a move to Chelsea. He really wants to get the full package at Chelsea. So it's like they're just pushing up to attract more clubs there for Garnacho to have more options. But it is what it is, guys. Garnacho, yeah, he's a great player, but I don't think Garnacho he's better than Neto. I don't think Garnacho he is better than Sancho. So if we get Garnacho, are we going to loan him? No, he's already a Premier League proven player. I don't think he's the kind of player who can go on loan or to Strasbourg or whatever it is. So if Chelsea, they are to sign Garnacho, which means we need to remain at Stamford Bridge with him. He's going to play with us. But do you think, guys, is really good fit for Stamford Bridge? We have more wingers. We have William Esteban. He's coming also. We're going to have like 5 6 wingers at Stamford Bridge. So for me, please, Toddy Bolle and Bluco, do not sign Garnacho. He is a good player wherever he is here. But when it comes to Chelsea, I don't think Garnacho is better than Neto or Sanchez. We have other players who are failing to adapt, who are failing to pick up in the name of Mudrich, but given time, maybe he's gonna pick up whenever his band issues finishes up. So for me, I don't think it's a good signing for Chelsea. If the agent he feels that he's gonna get the move for him to from Stamford Bridge, from Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford to Stamford Bridge, I don't support that. Let them listen to the fans now. Garnacho, he's not good fit for Stamford Bridge. It is what it is. Some people they always say, "No, he's good." It's just like me. It's on my own opinion. Ziyech was never a good fit for Chelsea, in my opinion. Mason Mount, he was a good player, but he wasn't a great player. We have a great player in Cole Palmer. Then Mason Mount was a good player. So there is what it is, guys. You give your own opinion. I give my own opinion. It's not like I don't like him, but for me, Garnacho, he's not a good fit for us for Stamford Bridge. Let's just look for other transfers. Well, we can talk about. The most serious thing we have is a striker, because Nicholas Jackson hasn't been firing for last 6 games to 7 games. He hasn't been firing. He has not scored a single goal for a striker in the EPL. Then don't expect to win the Champions League. Don't expect to qualify in the Champions League. Don't expect to win EPL or any other trophy if your striker is misfiring. 5 games misfiring is too much, and he has gone beyond 5. He's not 6, now in 6. getting into six without scoring a goal. So Vlahovic is on the list, but Fabrizio Romano has mentioned there's nothing going on between Chelsea and Vlahovic. Vlahovic is almost there to agree another contract extension. But guys, Vlahovic is the killer instinct. They are just doing this so that they should get the full amount they want. They are valuing Vlahovic at 70 million pound, but Chelsea are reluctant to pay that amount of money. And believe me, Vlahovic, if it's to get into wage structure of Chelsea, whereby Chelsea they pay up 150 for a long-term contract after Vlahovic, if he can agree to that, I don't think maybe he can. But if they can convince him to do that, it will be better. The stories this brings me to a story of Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen this time around was supposed to be playing at Stamfordbridge, but the reason being is that Chelsea were willing to pay the amount of money Napoli were asking for. But you know what happened in the last minute? They begged for him to join Stamford Bridge. He refused because he never wanted to lower his wage demand. Chelsea have the structure. The highest they pay 170, 175, except those who signed before they came into the wage structure agreement, like Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, Reece James. I don't think if it's them not to renew their contract, they will get something closer to that now. But it is what it is. Victor Osimhen is there. He's enjoying his football. He's a great player. I wish he joined Chelsea, but he's not even linked to Chelsea. Vlahovic, there are rumors that he might join Chelsea if Chelsea were to bid the amount of money, 70 million, which they want, and convince him to get to get the wage structure which Chelsea are giving out. And we're going to talk about Romeo Lavia. He's a great player, very versatile. If he plays whenever he is in the middle of the park, we usually see what happens. He's the guy who wins the ball. He makes tackles. He makes good runs. He wins the ball. He opens up the spaces for others. He makes sure he helps the goalkeeper start from the back and the defender. But is he worthy to be at Chelsea? We've had enough of him. He's been injured for most of the time. He came here, he only plays like 45 minutes, then he gets injured. 35 minutes, he gets injured. Do you think the show should build the team around him anymore on the midfield? I don't think so. But myself, I've run out of patience. It's like he'll never be fit again. He used to play more games at Southampton, but when he came to Chelsea, we bought him when he was even almost injured. But now it's becoming worse. Maybe they are rushing him or not. If it's the end of the season, they give him 3 months, 4 months to get fit. Is because he's had that already. He had like 2 months resting, nursing his injury. But whenever he comes on the field, he gets injured within 35, 40 minutes. Who's to blame? Maybe, of course, it's Enzo Maresca. He has a very huge squad. He doesn't want to rotate some players. Soon, Casedo might be injured. Enzo Fernandez might be injured. You have Kerry Drewsbury Hall. You have Chezaka Casadei. You have young players on loan there, like Andre Santos, who can come on and fit in the middle of the pitch. But he's only using same players week in and out, weekend to where to midweek. It's always just using the same players. Players get fatigued, they're gonna get injured. If you don't utilize the kind of players you have, the players you call fringe players, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna start using the fringe players when they have no impact anymore. They have a loss of energy anymore because they've been sitting on the bench for too long. You're not using them. So what's next? They're not going to offer you anything. Kelly Drewsbury, I love it. It was very magnificent. He showed that he's really ready to take up the place whenever given the chance. This time around, let him play again. Enzo Fernandez is just coming from that injury. Maybe he might also race that game, start Kelly Drewsbury Hall. Maybe in the second half, you substitute, you bring on Enzo Fernandez. Manchester City game, it's going to be a tight game. We don't want to see players losing up energy, leaping off the pitch. We don't want to see that. Maresca should learn to utilize the whole squad the way it's supposed to be used so that players should remain fit. We have a very, very big squad whereby some of the player clubs, they admire Chelsea. Chelsea can feed 11 starting 11 with different players from the previous game. They can do that. But Menzo Maresca, he has only one option. It seems he doesn't have option B. And the other thing we're going to talk about, Enzo Maresca defending Roberto Sanchez, the Renato Sanchez. Again, Sanchez has been the problem ever since we started the season. He's been making a mistake, but his manager is always backing him. He said on press briefing that no, he made more saves than one mistake, so there's no need to blame him. Yes, what if the game ended 1-0? I mean, 1-1, or we lost the game? Would we have said that no, he has made only one mistake? Come on, Enzo Maresca, you can do better than that. You need to rotate the goalkeeper. We have Jorgensen at the on the bench there. He's also trying to get on the first team. It doesn't mean that Jorgensen is not better than Sanchez. It's only that you've chosen Sanchez to be your number one, being then the number one, but he's making a lot of blunders. Last game, he conceded a goal on the near post. Now, he lost the ball in the air, and they had an equalizer. So for me, he's not a good goalkeeper. That Sanchez should be a backup. Remember at Brighton when we bought him, he wasn't a second choice, he was a third choice. If it means if a player is the third choice, which means he trains or he plays more frequently with the reserve team. So Sanchez, he didn't see that. Maybe he knows that he was taught this guy was a third choice. He wasn't a second choice. Why is he a first choice at Stamfordbridge? These are the mistakes. He was dropped. Then he came at Chelsea. They bought him. He became a king now because of his low wage demand, because he gets peanut there. Keeper Baranga, who's on a huge contract, he's there. They don't want to use him because they know that no, they have to make profit through these cheap players they are getting. It is what it is. They know that even if we concede the goal, these guys, they are cheaper. They pay them less. They're gonna defend them. If Cole Palmer scores, if Jackson scores, we're gonna win the game. They're gonna forget. It's not always have to be like that. We have keeper as Balanga. We don't have to look for a goalkeeper. Bring him here. Loan Sanchez or loan Jengerson. Let Sanchez be the second choice. Then at least we're gonna feel safe. And buy a striker. Buying a striker is the only option we have right now for us to win the games. We have too many games which are there. We need to play out. We're gonna be playing big games now because we've played all the small games. We've lost with the small teams. We've drawn with the team, and we've won with the small teams again. So again, guys, I want you to like and subscribe for more. I'm gonna be coming in with more transfers ahead before even the day tomorrow because there are a lot of bombshell news coming up, guys. Like and subscribe for more.